Well, I didn't think we'd be making one of these just half an hour before I have to set off for the AJ Bell for some Gallagher Premiership rugby. But the good doctors are coming home. We've got all the information you need to know about the new home of Kermode and Mayo. Hello, I'm Jack from TheJackSmit.com and Kermode and Mayo's take. What the hell happened? Now, we're doing this live in one take because, like I mentioned, I am going to be getting in a car to take me to a stadium in Salford in about, I'd say, 28 minutes from time of filming. But as you can probably guess, we're talking about these two again. Obviously, today was their final show for the BBC after 21 fantastic years of wittertainment at its most wittertaining. But just after they came off air this afternoon, the guys at Something Else, who are the production company who've handled the show since 2009, dropped a little bit of a bombshell. We have the new home. Kermode and Mayo's take has been announced as a podcast. To read the website, they're back, and it's bigger and better and larger and more. They'll be going twice weekly. One is the show that you know and love as it is. The other, the Take Two aspect, will be all about TV. Now, if their BBC 4 show was anything to go by during Lockdown 1, having those two cover TV is going to be an absolute game changer in terms of what they can discuss, and importantly, it means we're not going to get any more birdsong. That was the one thing that the BBC show kind of had a lot of precedence in terms of having to censor stuff. But now that they're making their own podcast, they've got a lot more creative freedom. It's going to be the same, from what we understand, it will be the same production team that have brought entertainment to the air for the last couple of years. So producer Robin's coming over. All the team that you know and love. Well, the added bonus is that they're not going to be subject to the watershed. Now, we do know that they are going to have to monetize it in some form, so there will be extra episodes for the iTunes listeners. There will be extra episodes behind the paywall of some kind. But the important news, Tom Hanks was indeed right. Everything will be all right in the end. Who knows, maybe this could give me the motivation to kick Talking Smith about film back into gear after God knows how many months of absence. But as a fan of wittertainment and having listened to the final show this afternoon, like many of you guys did, we all were a bit scared when the news was announced on March 11th that they would be leaving the BBC, in Mark's case, after 21 years, in Simon Mayo's case, after 40 years. But the band is back together. We will probably get to hear Kermode's review of The Lost City on the first episode of Kermode and Mayo's Take, because if that Morbius review was anything to go by, the old man's still got it. But I am quietly relieved that they're going to be going to podcast form. It opens up so many possibilities for them. I did kind of predict when the original news broke that they would make a podcast of some description. I thought they'd go to a radio station, but no, they're going to a podcast. And I don't blame them. I really don't blame them. While 49 million people still listen to radio here in England, the figures are just trending downwards. Podcasts seem to be the medium going forward. It'd be awesome if they did some more multimedia stuff, in terms of filming reviews, doing live shows and all that kind of thing. But in terms of the general media landscape, this feels like the right call. It's a brave call. But it's a call that I imagine will keep the devoted followers of the church, of which I'm very happy. It'll keep fans of film reviews very happy. It'll keep the filmmakers very happy because they know that the greatest duo in film criticism here in the UK are still working and providing their take on all of the latest new releases. And importantly for us fans, it means we get a lot of choice. And like I mentioned, it is a way for us independent content creators to kick our game up a little bit, knowing that the two titans that have inspired most of us are trying to outdo us at our own game. But I'm more than happy to compete with Kermode and Mayo. I've idolised them for years. I've said that as merchant, and the piece that went out this morning on the blog. Those two have had an immeasurable impact on the industry, and it is great to see that they are getting with the times, even if it means leaving the BBC, and embracing that digital content. I have signed up for the mailing list. I follow them on iTunes, I follow them on Spotify. I cannot wait to hear the first show when it goes out on May the 5th. And important, this is the thing, are you guys going to be excited to hear the first show on May 5th when it goes out on all good and evil podcast platforms? Let us know in the comments. We've been very happy with the response to all of our content over the last, 2.5 weeks, over the course of this award season. So thank you all for subscribing, for following, hitting the bell button to stay notified when we're up next, and for commenting as well. We've not seen engagement like this on the YouTube channel ever, and it has just completely made my 2022. Like I say, I have to up my game now, knowing that the good doctors are my main rivals now. Things are about to get very interesting indeed. I literally have to wrap it up any second now, because as I've mentioned once or twice, there is a rugby game I've got to go to tonight. Sale Sharks versus Saracens, arguably our biggest game of the season. I'm going to go and be a rugby nose for the next 3 hours or so. But let us know what you think of Kermode and Mayo jumping ship to the good ship Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. Let us know in the comments what you think. Until then, my name's been Jack, TheJackSmit.com. That was What the Hell Happened. And until next time, we'll see you at the movies.